Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets and it takes you a long time to become a good trader. So be smart about the way you're trading. Also, grab a free trial right now to do a brand new Master Trader Lab monthly. We're going to learn every single month. You'll be learning techniques to help you become a much better trader. Click on the first link in the description below right now. Right. I'm excited about the markets today, guys. Like I really am. And the reason why is because it's I'm really excited. So let me just see if I can bring up this main point here, this main one here. And the reason why I'm really excited about what's going on today in the markets is because it's flowing along with exactly what I thought how things were going to plan, how things were going to happen, and how things are going to plan out in the markets there. Now, firstly, let me go straight into what's happening right now with the indices. Okay, so the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and all that sort of stuff. So the Dow Jones right now, same with the S&P and same with a lot of the indices right now. Right now, the markets have had a bit of a pullback. The S&P has had a bit of a pullback through here. We're still forming this over this big head and shoulder formation. But what's happening right now on the S&P 500 and the Dow, the indices right now, that is you can see that that we have had this big drop down and now we're getting a bit of a bounce through here. This bounce is likely to be short-lived. We've got a very strong trending down, and now we're just rallying. We're having a little bit of a rally back to the upside. As you can see, after that big move to the upside, which was this day right here, if I go to the Dow Jones, you can see this was the big up day through here, but look how weak that's been. So we had this nice sort of, if you have a look at the actual market itself, right, you can see how you had this entire sort of section through here, how that was it was just going sideways, and now we've just broken out. We came back down, and then now we had this bottom through here, and now we and now we're having a little bit of a rally to the upside. So so it's so important, guys, and yeah, so it's so important to see what's really going on right now. And so as we can see, we've had a bit of a drop down. So on the Dow Jones, to me, this is just another bit of this is a bear market rally, and this is now getting ready to have a bit of a drop to the downside once again. Now we don't know how short this is, but if you see on the Dow Jones, remember we just broke out of, and it's so important to sort of see this. We just broke out of this sideways range through here, all this here, and now we've just broken out. So if we're looking at that there, we can see on the Dow Jones, we have a lot of resistance all through this level through here right now. We had a big drop down, had a bit of a rally up. We had a little bit of a support where we are right now. But when I'm looking at my charts, and if I go to my weekly charts here, I don't have any long-term support level until it gets back down to around about the 20, maybe 21. Maybe 21, which is my long-term trend line through here. So I see the Dow Jones getting down to around about there, around about that 20,000 level, and then we're probably likely to hold here, and then start to roll over, and then we're probably likely to head back down towards the 20 level, and then we're probably going to get we're probably likely to get a bit of a bounce through here. But the thing is, guys, is that if this was a bit of an end of trend type of move, meaning this entire move since September being down, if this was an end of trend indicator, you would get capitulation, right? We didn't get capitulation on the downside yet. Capitulation is like 1,000-point down day, you know what I mean? Like that's when you get capitulation, maybe even a lot bigger than that. When that happens, you know that we're likely to start to see a lot more upside to come out of that, or at least a bit of a bounce. So we've got a bit of a bounce through here right now. Again, that's just expected. The markets don't go straight down. So, and no, the bottom is not in the markets right now. We've just come out of this massive sideways range for quite some time, and now we're just breaking out. So it's, to me right now, guys, by looking at this and by looking at the indices right now, there is nothing bullish, or so there's nothing bullish about this. It's all bearish. And once again, look at this big move down here. Look at the psychology of the sellers. Look how strong they were, and then we've had this little rally up. If you had to if you had to look at both legs through here, right? You had this leg down and then a leg back up. If you had to have a look at both of those legs, which one would you say, when you're looking at the strength of the move, which one is stronger? Obviously sellers, right? Again, right now as I speak, as things fold, the story continues and all changes and so on and so forth. Makes sense? So right now, when you're looking at the last two legs, this selling leg and the buying leg, right now as I speak, the sellers are so much more dominant in the markets, and we're now likely to create a high, lower high, lower high, create some sort of lower high through here, which is major resistance, and then we're now likely to roll back down, head back down to around about say 20,000, and then get a bit of a bounce and so on and so forth. That's when you're probably going to start to see things happening with the Fed. Maybe they're going to cut interest rates then. I don't know what's likely to happen through there, but this is just the first move down, and this is the first move down. We're now getting ready for another move down. And we're going to get ready to move down to around about my long-term trend line. Now, depending on what chart I'm looking at, that's between the 20 and the 21 through there. So that's what I'm seeing there right now, guys. And so that's right now, is this the bottom in the markets? It's definitely, to me, it's definitely not showing that right now. As I see right now, we're getting ready for another rollback over and a rollback down. So that's what I'm seeing right now on the overall indices. As you know, the trading is not an easy thing, right? There's so many areas you need to know in order to become a really, really good trader. You've got the foundations, you've got the chart reading techniques, you've got the trading systems, and also you've got the mindset and so much more that goes into becoming what I call a master trader. So I've created a program called the Master Trader Lab Monthly, where every single month I'm going to be releasing brand new trainings and help you understand all of the foundations, the chart reading strategies, the mindset techniques, everything that goes into becoming a really, really good trader. And I'm giving away a free trial right now for the grand opening, and also I'm giving you a kickstart bonus package as well, the foundation to a successful trader, the chart reading techniques and the advanced chart reading techniques, millionaire trader mindset, and a bonus package as well too. This is for the grand opening of the Master Trader Lab Monthly. Click on the very first link in the description below right now to claim your free trial right now.